After 9 years of marriage, my wife suddenly wanted an open relationship. I filed for divorce when she refused to reconsider. My wife, 28 female, and I, 29 male, have been together for 9 years, married for 7. We got a not-so-classic shotgun wedding to give ourselves better chances of receiving custody of her half-brother, 10 male, when their mom suddenly passed away. Despite only being 20 and 21 years old, we did receive full legal custody over him from his absent mother. This information isn't super relevant to the current situation, but it really sets the tone of our relationship. With the sacrifices we made together and the things we each had to give up personally to raise this beautiful little boy. We don't have any children together, but her brother is now 17 and moved in with an older, more financially privileged uncle last year. Over the past year of this newfound alone time, I feel like we have flourished, each personally and as a couple. We never fight, arguments are rare, and we are pretty good at coming to understandings and apologizing when necessary. Basically, I feel we had a pretty healthy relationship. We each do little things for each other. I receive flowers no less than 10 times a year. We go on little vacations together and are generally really good. I guess a bit of the spark was sputtering out for a while, but I feel like that's normal for a relationship as long as ours. Fast forward to this past October, my wife seems like she has been depressed, which is normal for this time of year because of the timing of losing both her mom and dad in different years around the same time. The holidays are tough for her, so I get it and try to be there for her. She had previously planned a suicide attempt because of family issues before we met, so I take her mental health very seriously. She sits me down to have a serious conversation and starts it by saying she wants to open up our relationship. I felt my heart drop to my stomach, but stayed silent and let her talk. She doesn't go into why, just jumps right into rules and explains how she wants me to find someone first before she starts looking for someone herself. When I asked her why, she couldn't explain it and fumbled her words. I asked her if she already had someone in mind for herself, and of course, she denies it. I couldn't help it. I definitely blew up. I was totally blindsided by this proposal. I slept on the couch after my outburst, and she didn't even try to come after me to explain anything, which kind of made me feel worse. I had never felt so unwanted in my life than in that moment. I have never given the impression that I was the kind of guy to be open to that kind of relationship. I will never judge anyone for wanting to live that kind of life, but it's just not for me. She went to work the next day, but I had the day off and really thought about my situation. After crying for hours, I came to the realization that this was the end for our marriage. Even suggesting an open marriage was a deal breaker for me. I realized while she was still at work. I moved all her stuff out of our bedroom into her brother's old room. Technically, a spare room now. She comes home from work ready to talk it out. After talking through more of why she wants this, I've come to realize several things. She is way kinkier than she lets on and is disappointed with our bedroom life. She knows I'm not on the same level and doesn't want to push me past my boundaries to try things she knows I won't like. When I asked how she knows I won't like to try these new things, she explains they are an escalation of things she already knows I'm not down for, but won't go into specifics. She also is unhappy with how infrequently we have sex, but has never really put in the effort to change anything regarding it. Just complained over and over and expected me to just be ready to do the deed any minute of the day. She feels we have nothing in common now that her brother is gone. For context, she is more of the outdoorsy type, whereas I like to stay inside and read or play video games. I do venture out once in a while to do things she likes together and do genuinely enjoy them myself when I go, like kayaking and skiing. I do understand that it isn't as often as she would like though. Because we got married so young, there are a lot of things neither of us really got to experience or try, mostly sexually. She is mourning the loss of her young 20s and never getting to sleep around and explore her kinks. Part of the rules she explained was that we wouldn't technically be sleeping around with whoever we wanted. She called it an open marriage, but described it more as polyamory, where we would each have a boyfriend or girlfriend of our own that we went on dates and did things together.